went told she was pregnant though.
Other way, bro.
But
Other way.
Nimrod is dead, so she has to explain how she's pregnant. That's where the immaculate deception comes from.
Deception, I like that.
I'm sorry.
Good choice of words.
That's where the immaculate deception. Real. I'm just seeing if you're in your way.
I grew up in a Protestant church, and we didn't learn anything about Mary. We didn't learn anything about Mary or anything like that. But what I learned years later was that the Immaculate Conception is not just a Christian thing. It goes back thousands of years. It's all around the world.
Yes.
Stories of virgins giving birth to God.
Because listen, the word virgin has multiple definitions.
You know that too.
Young woman. It means a young woman of marriageable age, and it also does mean a woman who hasn't known a man.
Right.
The reason it's written in here, the reason in the New Testament they kind of write it as if Joseph is not the dad, because it goes back to Babylon where they worship the woman, Queen of Heaven.
Right,
you know who's Easter? Who's Easter?
Ostara?
Asheroth.
Or Asheroth.
Asheroth.
They're different names.
Guess who that is? Nimrod's mom. That's Semiramis.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's the woman. It's woman worship. That's what it is. And what they do is they cut the man out the picture.
That's your speaker and stuff?
Because they worship the woman, and it goes back to Nimrod.
That was back
Holding Tammuz. It goes back to his mom holding Tammuz, and then every culture continued it. And that's why when we see Christianity cultures of the Virgin Mary holding baby Jesus, that's actually Semiramis holding Tammuz. Nimrod.
What I read years ago was that this is oversimplified, of course, but the Jews, and I think the Islam Sunnis were stamped out the goddess or vilified or minimized her in some way, like back in the early days. And that in the early Christian church, they basically brought back the Virgin Mary as she was kind of a non-threatening goddess figure. I mean, she was a maiden and she was a mother, but she was not a crone. She never had a crone aspect. So she was, she was nurturing and she was young and she was beautiful, so she was acceptable. She didn't have the crone, the destroyer aspect. And she didn't have all the powers that the earlier goddesses had.
What kingdom pushed Catholicism?
The Roman Empire.
And the Roman empires, before they accepted Christianity, what were they?
They were pagans.
They were pagans.
Yeah.
So all they did was take their pagan worship, sun worship, and they dressed it up in Christianity clothes. But it's actually sun worship.
Are all pagan holidays.
Right, all pagan holidays. Yes, of course, man. And none of those customs, those are all pagan customs, which Christians keep, but they can't find them nowhere in here.
But they don't tell you that they're based on anything pagan.
Yeah, the pastors are the ones who have been lying to us since the beginning of time. And it's crazy that what's your name?
Tom, and it's Tom.
Tom, nice to meet you, man.
I'm mad at it and voicing right by
You were a pagan?
I still am.
What do you worship? Pagans are idolatry, idol worshippers.
Dogs got into it at the park, man.
Yeah, well, I don't
one
need worship.
injured the other's leg.
I don't know.
Man, I had to break it up by myself, bro, and walk them back, bro. They was amped up from the dogs going by, and they just started hitting you, bro.
You said you're actually a pagan. That's
I got my
the
big girl,
definition of pagans
and
are idol
she didn't
worship.
break it, but she got it
Anything
swallowed where
outside
the
of the
other one's
one true
like,
God
can't walk on
who
it,
does
so
not
take a
dwell
minute to
in
heal, and they
temples or
both
things made
pregnant.
by man's hands.
So I had to get them back
If
to the
you're
house,
worshiping
bloody.
something made by
Both
man's
got
hands,
marks
or
on
even
them.
if it's a
You know what I'm
creation,
saying?
the
But the
sun,
bigger
the
one
moon,
is
and the
just,
stars,
she's too much for the
you're a
the
pagan.
smaller one. She's
You're
90
an
pounds, the
idol
other one's
worshiper.
50 pounds, you
And he
feel
goes
me?
against God.
So she got more mouth.
He's a pagan. Show him up.